Live?
Hey!
Hey!
Welcome to the Ordinals Are Dead show. Woo! Guess who's back? We are, plus old man Terhallahan is back. Welcome to the Ordinals Are Dead, where we are deader than your dreams and hopes for this to be the best economy on Bitcoin ever.
Yes,
we are here with Chad, BitGod. How you doing, buddy?
Great.
And Butoshi. What's going on? And we have a friend here. Oh shit!
The Wizard King!
Oh, we've got Wizard
Hey.
King. He's from Forgotten Runes.
Yeah.
Send notes, Espresso.
I don't know if he's. I don't know if he's in OCM, but he's here. Interesting story. Bear Snake, who's founder of Forgotten Runes and Shadow Hats, that's coming out soon. We're going to talk about that at some point today. He was in this very room back in January of last year.
February.
February. Don't interrupt my story.
February.
Don't ever.
Are we going to wrestle on the show?
Wrestle? Let's do it. So it was during a live IRL Alpha on a early February, and I'm sitting here, and it's like 100 people in here, and this guy, I hear his voice. He says Ordinals, and I couldn't want to get the fuck out of this show. Faster to go home and figure out how to get a BTC on.
You said Ordinals are never going to be a thing.
I didn't say that.
Oh,
There's no way.
I heard him say that.
I started.
I think
You
I
said that
heard him
Ordinals
say
will
that.
never take off.
I started.
He
Ordinals
was like,
are a
there's this
scam.
shitty project,
No.
Ordinals.
You know me.
Scammers.
I'm everywhere, man. I'm so old, I got to fucking see the gold rush. Listen, the thing is about history is that I started a Discord the next day with a bunch of MFers, and we helped onboard a bunch of people, and I think that I owe my ordinal journey starting with you, bro.
Well, first of all, thank you. As I always do.
And that's his time. Thank you so No, go ahead.
I fucking love you so much.
Guys, I just want to say that this is my
We can
favorite
cuss?
grifter
We can
podcast.
cuss?
Yeah, you can cuss. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, sweet. I can't take credit for it. I have to give credit to my partner, Dota. One of my two partners, Dota, who I believe is one of the most innovative, talented, handsome people in all of Web3. But he was really
You
early
have
on.
three? Okay, maybe not me, but fucking, this is like John Travolta on chain, young, because look at the, he usually has this, and then you got this fucking handsome guy who's going to the Amazon.
I said one of. I said one of.
Oh,
Anyway, the only reason I know about Ordinal, I have no ego. I don't care about anything except for my family and my friends.
As you should, real.
I never want to take credit for something that wasn't me. So yes, I stood back there and spoke about it, but it's only because Dota was really early on, and he is always like innovating, interested in new stuff, and so that's how I know about it.
Well, dude, it's great to have a partner who's innovative. And speaking of innovation, I don't know if you're following this, but in a matter of less than 24 hours, maybe even shorter, the Jubilee is happening.
Yep.
And Jubilee, I have a friend who got me into Bitcoin back in 2015. He's my high school best friend. He is off the grid, but he has 3 kids, and one of the kids' name is Jubilee. And he was telling me the Jubilee is celebration. So what are we celebrating here? Can we talk about it?
We are okay. Hold on.
Yeah,
This
let's
is
get
alpha.
it.
Hold on. Let's turn this into an alpha show
Yeah,
right
let's
now.
celebrate it.
You have less than 24 hours to get the final cursed inscriptions on the Ordinals protocol, because after tomorrow, the Jubilee will happen, and we will never have cursed inscriptions again. I think that's really dang. Yes, you may answer or ask your question.
And Bear Snake, preface this though. I know like you know some stuff about Ordinals, but give us a little bit of backstory. You're probably gonna be asking some questions here and there on the show, and this is perfect.
Okay, this is
Right?
great.
Don't forget your
A lot
question.
of people who
Yeah,
are
there's gonna
probably
be a lot of people like, what the fuck is this
A lot of
fucking
people are
people?
afraid to ask questions and afraid to not know things.
Exactly.
I'm fine. I love being surrounded by smarter people.
Yep.
I'm very dumb.
I'm very good at distilling things and not super understanding them, but then really selling them and being successful doing that. What is a cursed inscription?
So a cursed inscription, there's like this whole, it was actually like a bug in the Ordinals protocol, and Casey kind of ran with it because we went too far deep into inscription numbers. You remember the inscription number debate we had?
I know about inscription numbers.
Okay.
And some people think they're important, some people don't.
So there were some inscriptions that were valid inscriptions, but they weren't properly tracked by the Ordinals indexer. So on Ordinals, they come up as cursed.
Yep.
And then there's like this
As
whole
negative
problem.
Negative numbers.
So they have negative
They have
numbers.
negative numbers.
Are
Yeah.
they negative numbers that correspond with where their place would have been?
Very good question.
So they're
you.
negative numbers in the sense that they start from like the first negative number. So let's say
Gotcha.
you have inscription number 10,001,
So
but
it's
that
like
one's
the
negative.
reverse inscription number.
They're like they're like
How many?
they're
How many
like-
are there?
We have like 200,000 to 300,000.
There's 500,000.
They're like backward.
There's like 400,000.
They're
right
like
now.
backward integers.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm a math guy.
Yeah.
I'm not. So what's happening? What's the Jubilee?
So the Jubilee is basically tomorrow. There will be no more cursed inscriptions ever again. All the cursed inscriptions that have already happened will permanently stay cursed. And then after tomorrow, there's just no more cursed inscriptions.
They're
So
like
Literal Alpha inscribe some cursed inscriptions
Yeah.
because you don't have time no more.
I'm doing that tonight.
They're like the $2 bill. Like you still have them in the house somewhere. Like everybody's got some, but they don't print them
Well,
anymore.
your grandma
Unless-
gives you the $2 bill.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. We don't.
Imagine being blessed with a cursed
That's a great way to
inscription
put it. That's a
in the
good. That's a
future.
great way to put it.
You're
sir.
welcome, man. That's
Thank
my
you.
time. Thank you very much.
No, I'm gonna be inscribing stuff tonight. It's the last time to do it.
Let's
I'm gonna
do
be
it.
inscribing stuff.
Let's skip the party that we're gonna have tonight.
Absolutely,
Every
absolutely.
Thursday that we usually
There's
do.
no value there anywhere.
So
yeah,
so
no.
we're bullish on this. There's no argument here. It's just more about like, hey.
I mean, it's just cool because it's like, I mean, everything, this
We
entire
can't be-
protocol is just based off words. So the fact that we're going to have cursed inscriptions be a permanent rare thing, I think that's dang.
But Boo, are you both inscribing as well as buying cursed?
So I'm not buying cursed.
Why are you not buying though?
Because I could just make them.
I don't know.
me,
I'm buying.
Not after
man.
tomorrow.
I'm buying.
have we made? When I say we, I mean the royal we. But also, I would like to do this with you. I won't take a cut. But can we do a cursed Boo inscription before the time's right? Like a small
So
collection?
actually, I don't
You know what
know
I'm
if this is alpha or not, but the entire Battalion collection, because of how I've technically done it through the Ordinals protocol, every single one of them are cursed inscriptions.
So
my entire Battalion collection is gonna be cursed forever, and there's no saving them.
Fire.
I just
It is fire though, right?
I
Is that because
just
of parent child?
yeah. So
Yeah.
my parent child, they're all
I
cursed.
don't know if you can tell, but I just busted a knot.
No.
So, yes. So if you're on the white list or the cream list or the jizz list, listen, the thing is, I'm very happy about the cursed battalions.
No, I'm really happy to. Like, I'm buying a lot of curse punks. Like, I have a lot of curse punks.
I have some of those too.
Yeah, I think that like after this Jubilee,
It's
there's
a meta.
going
It's gonna be a meta. It's
Yeah,
gonna be a
there's
meta
going
for
to
sure.
be collections that are going to be valuable.
I want everybody to know on the back channels, like I'm talking about like on a text, like, you know, when Chad sends me a text, I'm going to say this for him. Anything that he buys, he's not saying go buy it.
No,
Like,
no.
Believe me, because I have, and things haven't done well. But like, just these notes, that's what I'm talking about. So just
The
like,
cream list is crazy.
like he's almost like he's like better than Steve Aoki because, you know, Steve Aoki
In between.
he's in between.
I'm in between there.
He's
I'm
like
usually the local
Steve
top.
Aoki.
Yeah.
You know,
What's up, bro?
bro.
Yeah, no,
Bro.
100%.
All right, we're losing it.
Oh, yeah, so do we
top
all
signal.
agree? Do
I
we all
think-
agree that cursed inscriptions past this, like, there's gonna be some sort of meta there?
Top signal. Oh yeah, Chad is definitely a top. AO
Yes.
Bing Bong. So
Agree?
I-
you think
I agree.
Meta?
Yeah.
Meta? Bear Snake, from your knowledge of just learning cursed inscriptions, do you think there'll be a meta?
1,000%.
yes,
The best
Yes.
things in the world are by accident.
Yeah.
That's very true.
And
Speaking of
everybody
metas,
loves negative
though,
numbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
metas in Ordinals. What's the meta going on right now that is taking over the space by storm?
He's talking about node monks.
That we have talked about on the show for
The
a while.
node
This is
monks, to
not
me, I'll
promoted.
say this right now. Listen, there's two X chats that I know of that were created.
Dude, I'm in like 4 or 5.
Or 4 and 5? Okay, so they're more that created because there's a 200-person cap on these things. There's community spaces. The Discord is not even run by the team, and it's still hacked.
we have to.
So my point is that you don't really need a founder, and they did their job. They whatever the money, you know. Listen, don't fucking hate on things that you know. You like. My point is that you can call them like they're extractors, but people in this space, the more mysterious something is, the more attractive the pussy.
Hold up. Began said that we have to reveal our node monkeys bag.
That's terrible that I said that, but I'm just
Wait,
saying. Like,
what?
No, but I'm just saying the more mysterious something is, the more you want it.
No, that's true. That's true. Like the more. Oh, okay. I don't know if you guys know about like this YouTuber, like this Minecraft YouTuber. His name was Dream. He was like this
Of
mysterious
course.
like mask guy.
Yeah.
And then he revealed his mask and he lost all interest. So yes, very
Interesting.
true.
I don't know. I think you actually do need a founder though. Like, someone executed or multiple people executed that mint, the website. Like,
You do need a founder.
yeah, you
No.
They
you
made it a
obviously-
smooth experience for
Well,
sure.
Well, there's
no,
no
well-
like name behind.
Yeah, no one knows.
Monkey
who it is, but
Toshi
it's
and No
two people,
Toshi. That's it.
Right? We know it's Monk Toshi and Node Toshi. That's what we
the
know.
whole space.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of anon founders. Yeah, and that's honestly a lot of Bitcoin though.
Let
Like, that's
me
mostly
correct
Bitcoin.
myself, and also about the so my thing is that when I say no founder, I'm saying like right now it's subsisting on trading on itself, right? It doesn't mean like it needs a leader right now. Sure, it was set up and the mechanism. It was a great minting kind of experience. Maybe not for some, but it really doesn't need that leadership right now. And the leadership comes from like the community that's coming in and the art or the generation of the art in a sub 100K. Like that's like taking note here. It's not necessarily there's a mouthpiece.
I like that though because that means the brand is strong enough on its own.
You want to hear about BitGod?
Yeah, no, it is strong on its own though. It is. It really is.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Side topic. I actually do want to hear about BitGod coin because I just woke up and I saw this fantastic meme posted on Twitter about Chad bestowing the dog, the big dog.
Yeah, so it's actually very simple, right? Like the community, they wanted to take OXBT in sort of a interesting direction.
I like it. Dogcoin is bullish.
And into a dog coin, and I don't have necessarily sort of any say over that, right? It's a decentralized sort of community, and so yeah, they sort of rebranded, they changed some things, and there's some different sort of community leaders and community sort of sentiment around that.
Can we finally put it to rest where people can get off your fucking back about like you needed to do something for them? Listen, like I didn't even know you when that was happening. And the other interesting thing is that when me and my brother were like 14 or 15, we were tripping on acid in North Carolina in the snow, and this dog came up to us, and he goes, God is speaking through that dog. And he goes to me, and
Wait, the dog said that about himself?
No, my brother said that about the dog. And my brother goes, and dog spelled backward is God. So like, I like the new rebrand.
That's actually kind of interesting.
I like the new rebrand, BitDog. Is that you think that's why they reversed the thing?
Actually, I think it was
Everyone
like they wanted to do a dog coin.
Yeah. Also, don't do drugs.
It worked out like that. We're in a simulation, right?
Yeah.
Like,
don't do drugs and get off Ordinals because they're dead. But no, I like that. Like this is off your back. I think fucking move on.
No, I do. Like I just brought that question up because it was a community thing.
No,
like,
100%.
I want to say right now the most bullish coins that have occurred in the space, like Pepe or even Bonk. Like I'm not saying that you rug, but it started with the coin rugging, and then the community took over, and it just fucking came back. I'm always bullish on community taking over because it means like people don't really have an incentive or like they're forced to work. They're doing it because they want to.
And there's thousands of them, not just
exactly.
one,
There's like
2 or
thousands of
3.
people get to contribute. And then speaking of community, on like the topic of Node Monkeys, you brought up like the community thing.
Yeah.
Like I noticed that Good Things started running like spaces, and he's like taking this whole thing. And there's a lot of dope community members like pushing that.
There are, and there's these chats. There's like different people that like I saw FFV, who's like an ape and whatever. Like when I say like he's an ape or that guy's a this, I know that he is more than that. But the fact that these people are mixed in to like the ordinal culture, that's fucking great because, people are here and they're talking about it.
Can I just say how we won? The entire space. Okay, look, no matter Beacon said we got to like discuss our bag. So I think we're all Node Monkey holder. Are you a Node Monkey holder?
We're all Node Monk holder. No,
You're not?
Okay.
Oh, dude.
Well,
Dota's got an honorary though.
And that's
Okay,
better.
you have an honorary.
No, Dota does, and I love the collection. The art is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have one?
Beacon, I'm not gonna say how many each. There's too much, dog. Just
Beacon,
your
we
whole
can't-
What's the
we can't
floor?
talk
What's
about
the
it.
floor?
for like
Fortune
just
five?
to talk
That's
about
it?
our bag
Just kidding.
bias. But I wanted to bring up, like, dude, first off, like volume wise, it literally 7-8x in less than a week. Like I think it 5x in less than 48 hours.
Yeah.
Like
What was
top
mint price?
volume.
What was
fucking
mint price?
everywhere.
0.03.
0.03. Well, it was an auction, and that was the resting price.
And was it like
3,000.
was it a flat price or was it descending?
No, it was
or-
descending.
descending.
It was
Descending
descending like 0.005 every.
So how far through
Hour?
the descending did it make it?
Well, it started
Really,
at
like really close to the
0.21,
bottom.
And it ended where?
At 0.03.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
It
About
was
$10 million.
It's not so. I thought it was 13.
Yeah.
people were saying 30 mil, but like that's the thing. It's like a lot of us. Like we thought it was gonna mince out like way like above 0.0. I didn't think it was gonna go that low.
Yeah.
I wanted it to go that low.
Why did it go well? Tell me.
No. Wait, no, it did go well.
No, I'm saying why did it go well?
Why did it go
Why
well?
why were they successful?
So I think
everybody
Node Monkey.
would
So
love
there's
to
a
hear
couple
that.
of things. Just like how I observe it. So they have, in terms of digital artifacts, like in the sub 100K, you like the art. I think genuinely the art's dang, and it is an important factor. Like if you are repping something as a profile pic, you want to be proud of it. You want to like rep that shit. So it's dank. It has the ordinal provenance. It has all that. But what I think they did really successful in was getting the entire space's mindshare by pissing everybody off. Whether there's, I don't think like switching from like the charity freements to the DA was like on purpose for marketing, but it kind of ended up like being a mass marketing thing, and that's kind of like what
everyone
they
was pissed though is because there's this huge debate over whether Node Monks is the CryptoPunks basically a Bitcoin, right? The first 10K inscribed full
Are they
non-derivative?
Are they properly the first full, as in they weren't a mere collection?
The Bitcoin punks were.
That's what I thought.
10K.
That's what I
but
thought.
of course, it's a
but
derivative.
they were,
But this is the first. This is the first
original art.
Bitcoin native art.
Non-derivative.
Is the main point.
Non-derivative sub. The first one.
That's
That's why it
what
pissed off so many
original
people.
means.
I think that. Listen, you know, when you're too busy trying to be liked, no one's going to line up for that.
Oh,
you know,
God.
I'm not saying to go piss people off, and I don't think that's what their intention was. But obviously, it bridged a lot of people's attention over here, and that's fantastic. Yeah. There's a lot of people that I do see, and a lot of them are my friends, and I'm just watching. Like, listen, remember that we're all fighting on a computer. It's not fucking real, right? It's not. It's real.
Should we be fighting IRL?
Yeah, no, but I'm saying.
Put on the boxing gloves right now, bro.
But you have a better chance of like hearing each other out rather than, you know, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think though some people missed out, so they're gonna hate it. Some people they don't care that they missed out and still hate it. And then you have people that are lucky that they even have one and they just love it and it's something new. And it's like. It's not like an old guard from another chain has moved, like left off, and this is a new guard. It's just, listen, we're all early, and this is kind of fun, and it's a new thing.
Also a big thing is like a lot of Ethereum people are coming in, buying Node Monkeys as their first ordinal.
Well, I was gonna say, I think my thought is, or my take is, and I don't think it's hot, is that most of the people that are buying ordinals right now are absolutely the people that were around 21 and 22.
Yeah,
I was around 21.
I don't even, and yes, like you can talk about like all of the liquidity in Bitcoin, and now like people who've been holding Bitcoin have something to like spend money on. I do think that there is truth to that, but the reality is like it's piggybacking on the culture and the processes that were built on ETH. And it's not a bad thing. It's just there's only so many people that know how to like start a wallet. Who cares if it's not MetaMask? It's Xverse. Same shit. But the people that went through that process and learned are going to be the first adopters on Bitcoin.
Yeah. I will say just to maybe close out this topic.
Not until I'm done, though.
No, of course not. You get the last word, baby.
No, go ahead.
I will say, I don't have any data to exactly back this up, but I do believe that the majority of this mint, and I think maybe most liquidity so far, has been mostly Western-driven or sort of like US-driven.
I agree with that.
Whereas what we've seen the majority of the time, I think, in Ordinals is a lot of sort of like Eastern-driven, you know, Chinese or sort of Asia driven mints,
Philippines,
or sort of or volume, where I think the majority of liquidity actually from Ordinals is. But I think that this has been mostly Western driven. Like that's just what I'm seeing, and I think it's because it's the ETH people and stuff like that. But I do think that there's Chinese communities now being built around this.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Unique.
I think look, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Philippines definitely is one of the leading like trading like volume.
The Philippines?
Yeah.
I think it's just mainland China.
Like, why are you talking?
I like that. I've never heard anything about the Philippine ordinals.
Dude.
I'm actually very interested in this. Like,
He said that earlier. I was like,
Philippines.
No.
His grandmother started No Monkeys.
Oh, okay.
My
Listen,
grandma's monkey
I
toast.
just got a pity laugh from Rosenbaum.
I think what's important to note here is like, listen, for me is that I am like the puppets just minted yesterday. That was fucking crazy. And
dude, that was terrible.
It was
terrible.
a terrible
But
experience.
It wasn't the puppeteer's fault.
But people want them, and then like the ninja alerts are doing next week, and I want that to go well. Like let's we're doing shit over here. And some people are like, don't do this shit over here.
Wait, who's saying
like,
that? Who's
fucking
saying
let
that?
them. Yeah, my socks look like the fucking wicked witch of the north.
Who's saying that though? Who's
Wait,
saying
The
that?
good
Who's
witch of the
saying don't
north
do
under
it?
the house.
Who's
saying don't do that?
Because I thought we were over the miners not liking this. The miners like it.
No, I'm not talking about the laser eyes. I'm talking about some project founders are talking about like, hey, you know, like it matters not that you're in the sub 100K or it doesn't really matter where the fuck you are. Just keep doing shit over here.
Well, that's true. I mean,
to me, it's like, bring it on. I want to see this shit.
Yeah.
I want to be able to mint some stuff. I want a project to succeed. You know, I don't want, just to be like, there to be extractors here to scam and stuff like that. But like, there's a lot of bullish mints that are going on right now. I don't care where they end up on the inscription timeline or the block. I'm like, you're here. It's early. Let's fucking go and have
Wait, is
some
it still
fun.
early if it's been a year?
I mean, to me, like I said, I think we're still trying to figure out how to sharpen each other's, our ancestors' bones for weapons to fight in the war, man. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm a
I
little
have
old.
sharpened bones in my garage.
Yeah. Don't go to Marfa,
antlers.
Texas. All the Airbnbs have fucking bones in them, dude. What's up
Wait,
with that?
can I bring up something
Yep.
that's not on the list?
Yeah.
Yes, of
maybe
course.
it is.
The
Okay,
list is just for reference, by the way. You
So
can bring up whatever.
I bought, and we'll talk about shadow hats and all that stuff later.
Low
But
numbers, baby.
As a consumer and a buyer, a collector of ordinals, I actually bought my, I bought my first ordinal yesterday,
Oh, what'd you get? What?
and it was, someone had stolen all of the art off of an ETH project,
Oh.
and put it on Bitcoin. Did you guys not hear
Was
about
it
this?
the Mickey Mouse or no?
No. It was all these really. It was like I'll find it right now. But it was really interesting because it felt like 2021 again. Everybody bought in, and I got one. Actually, I got 5. They were like $10
I
a
can't
pop.
believe this is your first ordinal, and you're the MFer that I just told the story in the beginning of this.
Because
that
I
got
have
me
I don't
into
have time
ordinals,
to
man.
I don't have time to like trade and buy. I have like a day job.
Yeah, baby.
My exposure
He
to
has a real
NFTs.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
He's
so
an
sorry.
inscriber.
I have a freaking job,
Got
dog.
you. Didn't mean to offend you on our show.
I'm gonna find it. I
Please.
can't believe you guys didn't know about
Yeah,
this.
scroll
What's
through
the
your
name? What's
I'll
the
tell
name?
you right now, I'll
Okay.
tell you right
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I like that though. I mean, there's also a bunch of other mints too yesterday. You had like Node Rocks. I don't know if you saw those.
The DJ,
Yeah.
the DJ
Yeah,
man.
there's just DJ mints. You got some of those
Yeah.
too?
Because
Yeah.
you said to get it.
He
You
called.
said,
Local
hey,
top.
get this. Get this,
He's
old
leaking
man.
alpha. Hold on.
Hey, old-
I'm playing.
Oh,
Hey, old
I don't know
man.
what that is.
I had to
didn't
put
see
on
that.
my reading glasses.
That was actually cool. I didn't see
I'll
that.
show
though.
you right now.
But they just ripped the ETH art.
They
took
literally
it over.
took all of it and then
What site was it
inscribed
on?
it.
So you
It
bought
was
that?
called Cyber Sprites.
Okay.
Cybers.
Cyber
Wow.
Sprites.
Even
These
I
ones.
didn't get that.
So your first ordinal purchase was stolen art.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Okay.
But the art's really
valid.
cool.
Valid.
Anyway, whatever. The point is, I guess my point is that there's things happening. There
are things happening.
but good and bad, right? Because I think a lot of the things that got shook out of the ETH ecosystem are now happening again and repeating here, right?
Yeah.
Because the tooling's early and people don't know it. And it's like, so it's the same cycle. And history always repeats itself, but it's like a little bit different, right? So there are things that are a little bit different. But you're absolutely right. We just need people to keep going. And people are
Bing
going to...
bong.
Yeah, bing bong.
Speaking
Exactly.
of people going and
keep
art,
pushing.
let's talk about the dankest art drop that has happened this
Hold
week.
on. Hello, Ordinals Are Dead. This is Troy. Yes. Casey, I know. I'm trying to get fucking Bear to get the signal to talk about shadow hats. Definitely.
Went up
Yeah.
and down.
Take
Hold
the
on
shot.
1 second.
Take the shot.
Yeah. Can you talk? Casey wants you to talk about the shadow hats.
Oh, there we go.
But it's way down on the list.
Just fucking talk about it now.
Let's do it.
Let's do it now.
Oh, I'm not
Thanks,
ready.
Casey.
Can we do it later?
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it later.
later.
We can do it. We
Let's
can do it
later.
later.
No, okay, we'll do it now. We'll do it now. Okay. Okay, so first of all, my partner Dota, who coded all of them, he was behind it, as well as my other partner Elf, who did all the art. So it's a little complicated, and I will walk through it high level. But then I also want, so Dota gave me some cheat notes to talk about the inscriptions. I think you guys will like it.
Yep.
I think part of it is I'll talk about it, and then I want to hear you guys explain it back to me.
Gotcha.
Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so high level. It's February something. Dota calls me and Elf, and he's like, "Hey man, I've been playing around with these ordinals. I think we should do something under 1K." And we're like, "Okay." And I think we never, as Forgotten Runes, as like a generally an ETH project, we never do anything just to do it, right? We're not gonna like copy pasta our shit and put all of it on Bitcoin. Like we want to push the narrative of the project forward, right? Because eventually, really where we're headed is like we want to be the next Lord of the Rings, right?
That's it.
Fantasy, TV show, comic books, video games, all the things, right? And so there are different color hats in the ETH collection of Wizards, right? And there's a couple different colors of them. And so, but behind the scenes, we've always had an Elf. I'll share videos later, but Elf always had this collection of wizards called the Shadow Hats. The Dark Wizards, right? And you can almost think of them as like the Illuminati in the Runiverse, which is our fictional world. And so he was like, this is perfect to put on Bitcoin.
Yep.
And really the goal for us was like, let's create like a pure case study for an ETH project coming into Ordinals. Like what is like the best, what is like our version of that? And so for us, it was, so we created 10 Shadow Hats and they're sub 1K. They're around like 950 or 940.
You guys' dick is so big for that. NSFW, my bad. But just like sub 1K is like the biggest dick flex.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy,
Send
right?
hats, baby.
It's
Send
insane.
hats.
It's not.
Send hats.
Send
Send
hats,
hats.
man.
Send
Send hats.
Exactly.
Send hats.
Fuck nodes. We need hats.
Send fezzes. Send
Okay.
caps. Send hats, bro.
So there
Taproot
there
dress.
was 10, and we're very busy. We're doing a TV show, comics, video game, all this stuff, and we sort of sat on them, right? And Ordinals then popped months later, and then it came back down, and we were like, you know what? We should probably do something with this. And then, oh yeah, he's got the comic books right there, foil cover right there. There's only a couple hundred of those.
Cracked.
And so we decided to create a sub collection called the Shadows. And these are like animated GIFs, and you can think about there's 10 shadow hats, all with different bodies. There's the one that has like a bear head like mine. There's one that has an elf head. There's one that has a Dota head. And then there's 7 more. And so we created a collection of 666 shadows. And the art's pretty fucking dope. I don't know if we put stuff on screen on this show like the other panel, but whatever. You should go follow Shadow
There's
Hats.
another panel
yeah.
that's even better than this.
It's
Doubt it.
It's below.
Doubt it. Doubt it. We'll be back after these messages.
So we created the 666. But what was really cool is, do you guys know like Luxor and
Yeah.
like Cypher and all those guys?
Oh, I
Yeah.
saw that. I saw that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
best
yeah,
friends.
yeah.
Best friends.
So we connected with them because we wanted to do something special with the inscriptions. And I'm gonna get a grade from Dota about how I describe this. Hopefully I don't super fuck this up.
Dota. A+.
And so essentially we wanted to do something interesting. We talked about sort of rare sats and all this stuff, but what we decided to do was, because there's 666 shadows, we decided to put them on block 666,
Yes,
which
that's
is
so
from
sexy.
which is from 2009. Which is pretty cool. And so it's not like
No, that's
rare
badass.
stats, but it plays, right?
It
and
does.
So
The
this
thing with
We,
SAS
we
is
have
like,
a
it's
friend
story.
that did that.
Furthers the story.
really.
Yeah. Knox from
Knox, yeah.
Skull
Death
Raiders.
or Hell Raiders.
Sweet.
Yeah, but
So
yeah.
Cypher and CB Spears
The goats?
from Luxor helped us do this, and they're, by the way, like shout out to them. They're freaking amazing.
Yeah,
but let me
they're
walk.
the real cabal.
They're the real cabal.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
hold
let
up. Do you get a Cabal membership with every shadow hat?
absolutely.
That's yes. That you actually
The
do.
Runes Cabal.
You
The
get
Runes Cabal.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get a hat, but you get a fez in the kebab membership. So
Send hats,
be on the
send
lookout
hats.
for the kebab.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk through some bullet points
Yep,
and get
go
some
for it.
reactions.
You
All
got
right,
it,
here we
girl.
go, guys.
Okay.
You got it, girl.
So basically, this is about the sats. So we had the idea of a 10-pointed summoning circle from the 10 shadow hats that we wanted to create art on chain, right? So the idea is that the 10 shadow hats summon the shadows into existence, and that's just part of the lore. It's literally represented in the transactions and sats on chain. And he says, let me give you an example. He says, the shadows are all inscribed from sats from block 666, which is from 2009. So they're not rare, but it's cool.
Yep.
We sent the shadow hats to 10 different addresses to each summon matching sets of shadows.
That's sick.
So you know how there's like 10 shadows, 10 bodies? So there's 66 shadows, the sub collection, that relate to the 10 shadow hats.
I love that.
And each body type has a matching suffix in the sat number. So all the bears were minted from the bear shadow hat, and all the sats have a matching number. So the network graph of the summoning of these shadows form a decagram on chain.
That's fucking
so
crazy.
we're basically visualizing the inscription, the way we inscribe
Oh,
them.
nice.
So
Satanicals.
It's satanicals.
Botanicals.
And
Satanicals.
also he says there's postage. All the 666 sats have the same postage from their mother shadow hat.
Oh shit.
Am I making sense right
You
now?
are making sense. You're making sense. I'm like-
Signed, sealed.
Thumbs
Ripcache.
thumbs up or thumbs
So
down? Is
okay,
this cool
thumbs
or
up.
no?
The way to
No,
like
no, digital boner, bro.
you said
Yeah.
like summarize it to the best of our ability.
Sinful sats.
Yeah.
You guys
I like that.
created.
Digital boner, market erection.
Yes.
You said you wanted to like summarize that or like kind of like relay it back to you so you see if you understand it. So to me, because I remember I saw the post like when you guys made it, I saw like the whole on-chain thing. You guys created on-chain art. There is a on-chain story on Bitcoin of the sickest summoning circle bringing all of these into existence, and that's fucking beautiful.
Yep.
Like tie that in with the lore, tie that in with like the on-chain story. Like it's so sick to me.
It's streamlined. It's like a nice handshake.
It feels like a proper way for an ETH project to come into
It does.
Bitcoin.
It sounds. It's. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say because it's like it shows that number one, you guys understand the Bitcoin network. You guys understand how it works. Like you guys are goats with that. But it's like it's also paying respect to the network coming from ETH. And it's
what's crazy though is like obviously we have a lot of these different artists that are coming out. We're gonna get to another drop soon as well. But like they did it so early, like sub 1K. Like there hasn't been many people that have done
literally
something similar.
like Big Dig by default.
No.
Like it's completely unique. So
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, hold on.
I'm in love with it.
I'm about to destroy you. No, it's
Jesus.
No.
I'm scared.
No,
legitimately.
as a story writer, like no, this is not. I'm not going to destroy you. You've got a rites of passage. You've got
Joseph Campbell.
You've got the initiation, right? And then you've got sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's tough.
This is fucking.
And these.
And none of this was practice. Like I didn't even, like. Nice to meet you, man.
Hey man, love you. And what's really cool is just like our other collections, these shadow hats are going to appear in the animated TV series.
Oh shit!
And so
Pump my bags.
And so this is where it's like, and they'll appear in the comic books in the future. And so what's cool is we're taking
sacrifice.
Nice. We're taking on-chain digital collectibles and art and tying them into big media expressions.
Yeah.
And so people are going to be able to enjoy them. And not only you may own some of these or something and you'll see them in the show, but then people who don't own them will be able to enjoy the backstory and the meaning behind them.
Yeah.
And question: how many voices am I doing for the show?
You're absolutely doing at least one.
1.
Oh,
Thank
I'll set you up with an audition.
you. Got a big face. Dude, that's awesome,
That's
man.
so sick.
Thanks,
No,
guys.
that's amazing. I mean, and then maybe lastly, to touch on some of the details of when is this going live or what's the timeline? Like,
Yeah,
how,
and
how
ha-
can people get access?
Yeah, and can I stack all my mints in one wallet, or like do I get like? I'm just kidding.
Okay, so
We get none, by the way.
they're coming in like the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
They're coming in the next couple weeks. So be prepared. I think we're gonna have some cool like sort of press around it. And yeah, I think we'll try to tell it more succinctly, but we'll try to sort of imprint on people the depth that comes along with this collection, because I think that's really important. Art is only as important as sort of the meaning behind it. And so yeah, I would say like the next week or two. So keep, and there's not many. There's only 666.
Time to grind.
Can you still sacrifice your soul to a jelly donut?
We've picked the videos that will get a free shadow.
So Bear, there's a couple comments up here. Thank you everyone that's been commenting so far as well. We love these comments, so keep them coming. Wook asks, how many kittens do you have to drown in order to get a whitelist?
Oh, well, I'm a big cat fan, so if
shoot,
you
okay.
drown a kitten,
Wook, you're
I'm
bad.
probably going to come back to you and murder you. So
Oh damn!
So 0
Goodbye,
kittens.
Wook. Sorry
Don't
about
hurt the
that.
kittens.
So
So
there's
not like
like-
the cats.
So there's like a different whitelist for the murder spots.
yeah, there's murder spots.
Murder
Okay.
spots.
Can we
taking
pick
this
who can
guy out.
murder, or
Yeah.
is it like RNG? Do you have a hit list?
Hit list.
Is
for
there
what?
is there a shadow list for like the murders for whitelist?
There's
Can we talk
no.
about
I'm
this
actually
also?
not going to murder. I like hugging people, not murdering people.
Is there a hug list?
There will be. There's like a dark list, and so there's some items in our ETH collection that allow you to get a free shadow.
That's-
So that is the Book of Shadows.
Eight mothers asking what the what the
No, it's
cost
okay.
is.
Oh, it's going to be a flavor of auction.
Oh damn, dog! So another node monk. I'm kidding.
It will be an auction. It'll be an
be an
auction
auction.
of sorts. But there's the Book of Shadows in our Anthonyum collection. There is Shadow Crystals. So these exist, and so there's only like 10 or 20 of these. So and some are unrevealed in treasure boxes. So you can actually buy these treasure boxes and open them, and you might get one. There's some left over there. So and then if you have a jelly donut, there's jelly donuts in our collection, which goes back into the lore. So if you own a jelly donut, you'll be able to redeem that for a free shadow.
I love this. I think I like these metas of like how to get whitelists that are different than just like offering them people. Like you got the ninja showers, the taproot showers. You got the thing that y'all did back in acting school at NYU. We had this one exercise. It was really simple. You had to walk in the class, right, and you have 30 people in the class, kids, whatever, like the kids you went to school with, and you had to go down the line, and you had to ask each one of them, "Can I have $5?" And if they believe that you really needed it just in that question, then they would go, yes. But they're not giving you $5, but it's the emotion.
I bet you made a lot of money.
Well, but I'm just thinking, the thing is that you don't have genuine people here that much in the space.
Yeah.
They just want that bag money. And
Yeah.
I get it. Like, we all want to make money and stuff
Sure.
like that. But I like that genuineness of just, like, being able to test. Like, I saw this hug list thing. Like,
Yeah.
could you imagine if a founder went in public at an IRL thing? Like, I'm going to feel your hug, and I can tell
I
whether
get
you're...
canceled immediately.
Yeah,
Bears in jail. Bears in jail. Bear jail. Bear
well,
jail.
the idea is that the genuineness of
No,
actually-
Please don't
of
start a
course.
hug meta. I don't
And
wanna hug
honestly, and
someone
we can
for
stop
whitelist,
talking
bro.
about it because I'm comfortable when I'm shilling. But what I will say is this is about the cult, which is what we call our community. And the shadow hats owners and the shadows owners will be in the cult as well. I think for us, it's more important to procure the right people in our community than have anyone. So like a lot of people just like want as many people in. For us, I think the reason that we're still here years later is because we're playing the long game, and when someone comes in, they're really bit and they understand what we're doing, and our expectations are aligned.
Yeah.
And when your expectations are aligned, beautiful things happen.
I actually have a question to maybe end this specific topic. I know we said that a couple times, but this is a really interesting perspective here from you, Bear Snake, is that you guys have obviously expanded now. You're now going to be on 2 chains. What is, have you talked with any of your holders so far? Like, do they love it? Do they hate it? Like, I think it's such an interesting perspective of you now have an expansion. Do ETH people love it?
I think it's a mixed bag. I think for the most part, people like it because the way we talk about it, and I think most of the cult gets this, is, listen, you can only ask your community to buy so many things, right? Yeah. You have to start delivering on things, and we're really good at that. And so I think the rub, though, with the question is the people who in our community who really want them are like, here's another thing to buy. But for us, I think it goes back to why we're doing it. Yeah. We believe that this is a new audience and is expanding the cult ultimately, and we're reaching in not only to a new chain, but to a new demographic of people. And so I think ultimately that's great. But I'm sure there's going to be plenty of crossover.
Yeah, and I hope really it sets an example for other projects that are thinking about expanding to Bitcoin or other chains. Don't just throw your shit on there. Like, actually have a story behind it. Actually make sure it aligns with your holders, etc.
And I kind of stepped, I kind of jumped ahead because you were saying something like a project could do something good or they could do something bad. And I was like, well, let's talk about.
And that's subjective.
Well,
so.
yeah, but I wanted to, because what you're doing with Shadow Hats is good. And this whole Ripcache thing was a mint that actually used the mint mechanics were dancing with like the Bitcoin blockchain.
He did go. He used parent-child metadata, curse inscriptions, like the whole man was sick.
So I'm relating this to like how you guys have thoughtfully done your project with like when I was saying like the sacrifice, that story related, the initiation. It's very engaging, and it's very connected.
It's true to Forgotten Runes. It's true to our brand.
Yeah, it's like 5-6 layers of depth and dimension, right?
But people don't even like the complexity. They just want free money.
No, they do. But if it adds that, like people down the road, like long, like stories that have legs that last a long time, they'll appreciate it down the road. Yeah, they appreciate. If you can make them money, they'll appreciate that too. But you minted actually the stealth mint Ripcache thing. Mm-hmm. So first of all, that experience, that was easy, right? For you to mint something, it can be very easy.
It was just a shock drop of Magic Eden. You just had to buy it off secondary.
But let's talk about because BitGod is very into Ripcache, and this kind of like that happening. This past week, BitGod produces the show. BitGod is also the host of IRL Alpha every Thursday, right? So BitGod is producing the show, and he's slowly every week for the past 9, 10 was our 10th show. He has become bending into the ordinal sort of like fold. He is a coder in general, and he's been digging into that. Hopefully he becomes a contributor to the protocol. But he was very interested in bringing up this topic with Ripcache. You minted it. Can we talk about the mechanics here for a second?
Yeah.
When you say mechanics, you're talking about in terms of how the collection was inscribed and like how he did that?
Yeah.
So he had, the entire collection is cursed. So he had this one swarm that's like the main parent, like the mother swarm inscription.
Yes.
And then below that are all of the 64 swarms that he had for sale inscribed as parent children, which made all of them cursed inscriptions. And then he added cool metadata behind it. And I think that's like the depth it went. You actually had an interesting take saying he could have gone so much more further.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this is a really interesting topic. I think actually
It was
Ripcache,
stealth though too, so maybe it was a. Sorry to interrupt you, but like it was a stealth mint.
It was.
And sometimes those stealth mints are usually like feelers.
Oh yeah, context by the way.
Yeah.
0.16 Bitcoin mint sold out in 2 blocks.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts.
No, I
Which
think
mint was this?
It's a swarm.
Ripcache, okay.
Swarm.
Gotcha. Okay.
No, I think that he could have gone a little bit deeper, but I did have a tweet on this. After Ripcache, as well as obviously the success of Node Monks, there's a ton of artists that are now interested in ordinals, right? And that's a great thing to sort of see. My tweet was basically just like, take your time. And Ripcache actually took his time. He, I think, has a sub 10K collection that we talked about on a couple of episodes ago. Like
I think
he sold to Roktoshi.
He has like a sub 50K collection.
Yeah, sub 50K. He sold for like 4 Bitcoin to Roktoshi, right?
He
The
sold it
entire
to
collection.
Eclipse, like the
So
whole
he's-
collection.
Yeah, he's been here for a bit, right? And
Yes.
so I think like artists that are taking a look here, it's great. You should be taking a look. I think everyone should. But take your time. Bitcoin is not going anywhere. And I think if you take your time, you sort of try to understand the culture, you try to understand the technical side of things, you're going to be much more loved by, I think, people in the Ordinals ecosystem, as well as collectors or your sort of established collectors on ETH.
I definitely say like take your time. Don't take too much time though, because
Well, go quick. I
Okay,
mean,
no.
like, you can go
It's not
quickly.
that. It's like take your time, like actually understand it, put like thought and meaning. But in terms of
But
like,
hurry the
whenever the
fuck
market
up.
comes back, it's going to get expensive to inscribe.
Yeah.
When we hit like this high fee market, it will be a bitch. So start learning now is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah,
If you're interested in ordinals, do not waste time. Like straight get into it.
Yeah, Bear.
Question.
Answer.
Pointing.
Does the halvening affect fees?
It doesn't. No, it doesn't affect fees.
I don't
but
think
Direct,
so.
not directly.
No.
but it obviously does affect or could affect the price of
Right.
of Bitcoin, and you got the ETF.
It's definitely,
making number
it's
go
definitely
up.
going to
Oh,
affect
yeah.
that. But I want to get back to the idea, like,
So technically it doesn't.
So,
No, it doesn't.
Technically, no.
so,
Obviously.
so yes.
with everything that's gonna happen.
Oh, you guys want to do a different show?
No, we're
Yeah, get
actually
off,
just-
please, get off.
We're doing a spin-off show, actually.
We're doing a show in the
Sorry, go
Philippines.
ahead.
We're working on a new mint. It's no big deal.
So look,
Bear and
so
BitGod.
Began was just saying this, and this
Bear
is what I
and
want to. How he chose to inscribe taught some ETH MFers about cursed and parent-child, right? Then right below that, Jack Butcher announced today that he is
He's going to be giving his checks that he inscribed, I think, sub 20K.
You got 500 checks inscribed sub
yeah.
20K. Is that what it was?
Yeah, I
he's
think
giving
250.
250 to his single check holders
on ETH.
on ETH, which is another type of fucking awesome thing to like. That
He's cool.
Yeah.
He's
but
cool.
like the whole idea of like people being bridged over here. Look, we were bridged over here. I told you I was bridged over here by Bear's
welcome.
suggestion that we should look into ordinals. Like
Changed
like,
his life.
It changed my life. Doesn't mean I've left other chains really. Like I buy art still, whatever, on other chains. But like I'm fucking building over here, and that's really awesome to see that. Like Jack Butcher is like teaching, like he's bridging people over there from ETH and rewarding his collectors. What Ripcache did with his collectors, what he's doing with his collectors from Runes, Bear, specifically. I just think that's awesome. And like all these chats are mixed in with people that I see from Solana and ETH. That's really cool, man.
All the
and it's been 1 year. It's fucking great. 2020 Ordinal, baby.
Guys, we won.
2020 Ordinal.
We're
That's
winning.
great. Let's make shirts.
Let's get it.
Shirts.
No, there's actually a lot of
Love the
artists
shirt.
that I know have inscribed really early that are just sitting on stuff. And I think like I've told them as well, like you should just chill. And maybe now is the right time. But also, like some of the things that these artists really need to be thinking about is where they're going to launch their stuff. Because there's still not, I think I hate to say it, but there's still not really the right platforms
Nah.
to launch your stuff. If you just have like one piece,
What about
Two pieces?
What about Magic Eden? Do you like Magic Eden?
I love Magic
I
Eden.
like
It's
Magic
just
Eden a lot.
Their customer is PFPs,
The
volume,
customer are degens.
Right.
And then you
Right.
have others that I think, just don't have necessarily the eyeballs And
Yeah.
so, they just need, they need a little bit more push there.
Can I
But
talk shit on someone right now?
Yes. Always talk shit.
Talk shit
always
or talk
be real.
shills?
Talk shit.
Shit.
So I hate to do this, but I will say
Do it.
that the mint with the
Bitcoin
with
puppets.
the puppets,
Opium.
the inscription.io.
Yeah.
Inscribe.now.io.
It was on botnow.io.
So that
Botnow.
was it was a horrible experience, and it certainly wasn't the founder's fault. I felt really bad for the founder
Yeah.
because they were just like, I'm sorry, he has no control over the platform
No.
Inscription.io. But I will say, if I hadn't been through, if I was like new to NFTs, specifically ordinals, I'd be like, yo, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah. I think
So-
the majority
It
of
was really
people that are
hard.
minting that stuff are not necessarily new buyers yet.
I
don't-
agree, because
you know what I
I think it got messed up because, like in ETH, it got botted
Yeah.
like crazy.
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah. So here's the question. So Sanj brought up a good point, and this is not just like the only point that this wasn't a point that like only
trying to
he
mint
brought
for
up. But
13
yesterday he
hours.
tweeted out yesterday about decentralization versus centralization. So we have like auction mints, we have whitelist allocations, and then we have inscribe now type of like open to everybody, whatever, but runs the risk of being botted. So where are we with that? Because yesterday
Apparently
Node
nowhere.
rocks on Ordzar. Ordzar is a better minting experience, and not to shit on Inscribe now, but because of the bullishness of this puppet, the Bitcoin puppet artist with Opium, he has a following. That's the bullishness of that, and having somebody want to bot it comes from just like the bullishness of that
Demand.
artist. And
By the way, the
demand.
art is incredible. I love it.
I love it. I love my puppets.
What's
Love
better
it.
for you, like whitelist allocation?
I
or
think it
auctions,
depends.
or-
I think it depends on your collection and what you're really trying to do. Opium as a 10K free mint, I'm so dang. It fits the collection so well. Like I love puppets. It lets me schizo post. Like I feel like I'm at
Yeah.
home. It's like because I've always wanted to be a part of Miladies, but honestly, like a lot of Miladies, and I'm gonna call like most of them out. Y'all are like racist or like we're too fucked up. But Opium is like a nice balance of like 4chan degen without.
They're
being a
balancing
shitty human being.
racism?
So
Yeah. Shilladies.
joking.
Shilladies.
Shilladies.
But anyways, without that diss, no, I just like the
Just
collection.
to answer your question, I don't think there's one way to do it.
There's
I think that's
multiple
what you're
ways.
saying,
That's
right?
yeah. Basically, like it depends. Like there's a lot of ways you could do it. A lot of ways have their cons. A lot of ways have their pros. At the end of the day, as long as people get their shit, I think that's what matters. And like it's all new. I don't like in the Discord, like people are just like shit talking the puppeteer, and it's like, bro, like he's trying. Like we're all trying new shit.
Yeah.
Still, like even a year in,
Trying.
we're still all trying. Like we're.
It's good.
still new.
It's good. The last week, I've seen 3 founders that are like, "Hey, man, I have no control over that." Like they care. They want you to have their
Yeah.
stuff. They just don't want one person to have 4,000 of
That's
their
right.
things. You know what I mean?
I think that this is something I've been saying for a really long time. Like, and it's a good problem to have.
Like
that
how
there-
long? Like what was the date? When did it start?
I want to say like 4 or 5. It was like just after the Perpetuals Volume 1 mint, where it was just
Yeah.
like there is so much demand, for specifically right now as well as there was in the past, for shit happening on Bitcoin with art and everything else. But the infrastructure is still so poor that you have shit like this that happens. But it's like the demand is outstripping the sort of any supply for good tech.
Which is a great
It's a great problem to
signal.
have, which is what every other blockchain, dies for.
It's,
right?
I mean, supply and demand.
Yep.
The fact that things are breaking are great. Also, I want to do a little caveat. I want to have a caveat.
Yep.
I realize I insulted my friend. Do you know Brennan?
Yes, I know Brennan.
You know Brennan.
Ordinals?
Ordinals, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was my first. That was my first order.
Oh,
And I
okay.
love. Shout out to Brennan. I freaking
yeah.
love that guy. He's incredible. I love him.
The whole
Shout out
Inscribe
to you,
team as well, yeah.
Brennan. I
Brennan.
gotta meet you because
Yeah.
I hear you are a funny man.
Talking about the decentralized mints and the centralized stuff, like probably moves into the whole, Domo war and Domo versus Unisat sort of war that was actually figured out about 2
Yeah.
or 3 hours ago.
Casey literally stepped in. He was like, "Here's your solution. Like, don't worry, guys. There's no big
Yeah.
deal."
Fine.
So
Parent-child.
So
Stop fighting.
Boo, are we good now? Like, we're,
Yeah,
we're
no.
good
So
for a
I think
bit.
we're
for a
good.
bit.
So for context, leading up, so Unisat is on a very specific ord version. I think their indexer is on ord version 0.9. For reference, we're actually on version like 0.14 now.
Yeah.
So like it needs to stay at that version for like proper indexing. And then Domo and everyone else are kind of like, hey, we need to upgrade it. We can't really get left behind in the ord indexer just for this meta protocol. And that like started that like whole war thing. And the whole reason that there was like even an issue in the first place was because of the Jubilee coming up and cursed inscriptions, and that kind of would have like fucked up how the 0.9 indexer works.
Yes.
And then Casey kind of stepped in and said, hey guys, so we're just gonna like add a filter for like all the new inscriptions so you can still track it perfectly fine. And yeah, everything's
And
good
that
now.
was it. You know?
And Unisat's going to open source their indexer within the next month or so.
As it should have been
Also,
this whole time.
I guess if you're running their indexer as well, you'll be rewarded in SATs tokens.
Oh,
This
well,
I
that's
love.
interesting.
Yeah,
Say
That's
Sats
it.
token?
This
Yeah,
I
Sats
love.
token.
It's they're playing
Airdrop,
on.
airdrop.
Yeah, they know. You know, listen. Look, if
With a white paper, too.
it's very very different. I'd find it hard pressed to believe that thousands of people would get together on Twitter or Discords and talk about the pictures they own that have no value.
Yeah, it sounds
if there was no
stupid.
money, right? But the fact is that you're earning Sats. That's a great thing. That's incentivizing. You know, we all like money to some extent. We do like community. At the very least of it, we are here whether you like it or not. Like we want our money, but like we're here for community.
Are we here for community or money? I'm
No.
confused.
So like
I'm here to accelerate
No,
the adoption of
no,
Bitcoin.
I'm
Let's do that.
It's just fun.
No, but like
I'm here because I want to fuck the
no, but
government in the ass.
I hate the word community. I'm talking about like
NFA.
We get what you mean, though.
hunter gatherers. People go to spaces to communionize.
Yes,
that's what
100%.
they do. Yes, there's might be money tied to
I
it.
was
but
was
at the end
giving
of
you
the day,
shit.
Even
I
if
was
you're
giving you
losing
shit.
money, you go there to commiserate.
100%.
So it's really about being heard and communionizing. So
Totally.
fuck you and drop the mic. Bing bong. You
Go ahead, Bear Snake.
Okay.
don't have to raise your hand.
No,
like
I
that.
do. I do.
That's
It's my
respectful, though.
thing now. Okay, so this is naive.
We want our money, Troy.
We want money. This is naive. What was the thing yesterday where I think it has to do with Casey not wanting shit coins on ordinals and being able to like code them out or something?
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Am I getting it
So-
right or no? I'm
so
probably
basically,
getting it
when
kinda
BRC,
right.
no, you're getting it right, but it's not yesterday.
I'm
It
a
was like
genius.
from a very long time
Yeah.
ago. When BRC 20 first came out, Casey was basically like Casey hated. I think like a lot of the Ord like core team hated it because of like it's an inefficient protocol, whatever. But it's still shitcoining on Bitcoin. Right. Casey like doesn't really like agree with it, but he was like, "Yo, if you guys are gonna shitcoin on Bitcoin." At least let me give you a clean Hera needle. So that's why he started developing the runes protocol.
Yes.
And I think he actually got really into it because like he's
Oh, he is, yeah.
fucking cooking with it. First off,
Well, if it
But
has
that
the
was
word
whole
runes
thing.
in it, then you know it's.
Oh, yeah, baby.
He's excited about it because I
Bear
think
Snake should sue Casey. What does that mean?
Bear Snake should sue Casey.
I don't
vegan,
believe in
that's
suing people. Oh, speaking.
No,
Hey, when are we making the movie Bear Snakes on a Plane?
Bear snakes on a plane.
It's a great movie.
That'd be a great. The movie's already
That's
done.
the sequel.
There's a trilogy already.
Now, talking about, things that people hate and want removed, we, of course, got the Bitcoin maxis again. We got Luke with ocean mining. I don't know how
They
we're
got their
still
third
talking about
block,
this guy.
guys. Their
They-
first block with 0 inscriptions in
They
it.
got their third block. Congrats to Luke. I was on a space briefly with them, and they kicked me off pretty promptly.
They did?
Yeah, they don't like JPEGers.
JPEGers.
Has anybody?
I don't like
Has
spammers.
anybody made a project of these empty blocks and images of it?
Oh man, you got to do that on Cursed Inscriptions tonight.
Yas Queen,
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Y'all.
You definitely should. You definitely should.
Luke.
And of course, that I think has prompted Casey to then write his blog post about basically like bigger fish to fry. Like, if you really think that ordinals are illegitimate, you're just sort of a retard.
Oh my god, that blog post was so like okay, that
You literally
entire
called them retards.
the entire blog post, like I read all of it. The message was basically saying none of you guys understand how Bitcoin works. Like this shit is not going away. Y'all could stay here, keep being a pussy, keep complaining and whining and not do anything productive for Bitcoin, or you could accept reality, stop being
I think we should fucking screenshot or try to SVG file screenshot somehow Luke's empty blocks.
Yeah.
Do a cursed inscription project and call
Good
it
morning, Leo.
Call it retardinals. I think it would send.
Yes, that would work well.
No
That would work
fucking
well.
founder. That's it. Just let it fucking thrive.
If you
Luke
don't
gets-
make something called Retardinals tonight, someone's gonna steal that and make a lot of
someone
money.
it needs to be a
We have
curse
over
inscription.
1,000 people watching.
retardinals, these
Yeah.
nuts.
Over 1,000
No,
people?
I'm guessing over 100. We
These
got
nuts.
yeah, we've
Where's
had
the
a
number?
ton
Where's
of
the
comments.
number? Where's the number?
I don't
What's
know.
up?
Began knows the number. But listen,
I love the active
Troy-
chat over here, though. I'm definitely loving,
Dude, I know chat's so like
Yeah, yeah,
engaging.
yeah.
I love staring at
Dead
it.
Polaroid, what's up? Snow Crash, how you doing?
How do y'all
Leo?
interact
I
with
don't know which
Luke?
Leo it is, but what's up, Leo?
If you want to interact with Luke, you gotta go to the cat shelter and start a fire pit in the middle, and it'll
think-
summon him.
In what?
Sorry, there's a joke that he's a cat eater because he eats
Oh,
eats
Luke,
cats.
yeah, it's
Oh, cat
okay.
eater.
Meow. right now. So where are we at right now? Did we talk about?
We crushed this list, by the
Yeah.
way.
We did.
This is so much fun. You guys are awesome. Thank
Oh, fuck. I didn't even realize that was a topic. Can I talk about the Ordinal chatbot?
yeah, babe.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me set this up. So
Yeah.
so there
Alley-oop
is-
me.
So there is no fucking. You can't deny ordinal education is right at your fingertips, especially with what Butoshi just did by creating this LLM or ordinal chatbot, GPT-styled fucking AI talkative therapist ordinal chatbot. Go ahead.
GP Tidnals. Okay.
GPT-Tidnals.
So,
Tidnals.
what the fuck are we talking about on this show? What is parent-child? What are curse inscriptions? What are BRC20s? What are runes? Who is Casey? What is everything that we are talking about when you enter a space? What the fuck are these nerds talking about? Well, you don't gotta worry about what these nerds are talking about because I created a chatbot that is exactly like ChatGPT that is trained on all things ordinals. So anytime there's a question you have about ordinals, you just go to the chatbot, ask your question away, boom, it's answered. I do want to say, so it's trained on as much info as I was able to add. But it is, like, I kind of want to make it a community incentive. There is a fuck ton of info out there. I am one person running a project. So if you go on, like, my pin post on Twitter, you can see the thing. If you go on the website, there is a Google form to contribute any info. So if you are a founder or you are someone who made a meta protocol or you're someone who just, like, talked to the chatbot and realized, like, there's something wrong, you could contribute info. It's something that's going to be constantly worked on because I will not stop developing this bot until it is the best fucking Ordinals chatbot in the space where anybody, even your grandma, could go on, talk to chatbot, and know what the fuck Ordinals are and get quick started like that. So that's what I made because I think that is super important for the space. And I always talk about how AI could be used to accelerate Ordinals, so I put my money where my mouth is, and I made that.
That's so fucking awesome. So
Appreciate it.
I just like I'm just. Is there like a way to like you know how like you have this Google form, but can we like somehow have like a GitHub style?
I do have a GitHub post. Like, so if you go on the Google form, I also have the GitHub link, so
Oh,
you can just
fuck
like
yeah.
straight
Answer my
commit.
question.
And you could see like all the data. So all the data that chatbot has, you could publicly see. Like none of it is closed source because I want people to see what it has access to. And like just help, just like contribute, whatever, do what you want, add info about yourself. If you are a random person in the space, just add info about yourself.
Oh
It literally
my
doesn't
God,
matter.
that's so
The
awesome.
chatbot has an infinite brain for infinite data.
Ordinal chatbot, ordinal BitGod chatbot.
That works.
No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, that was basically that was my show.
I love it.
I got to get better socks. Listen, the thing is, although I do love this shirt, this is Tony drew this. Tony painted on this.
OMB, Tony?
Tony.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
22
Oh,
Furo.
yeah. Tony.
Can we get a
What's up,
spin?
man?
Can we get a spin?
What's up, baby? What's up, son? Anyway, I'm very
Troy,
proud
can
of
we get
it.
a spin?
A spin?
Can we get a spin?
You look great, by the way. Look how he's got a great physique. Oh wow! Wow.
The first dance on
Welcome,
Ordinals Are Dead show. I
welcome
love
back,
that.
Troy. We missed you, Troy.
Mint
Even
that.
though
I'll
you were
mint
here for
that.
the past 2 weeks.
I will out dance, out kung fu, out comedy anybody live on any space, anytime, anywhere. Biggest influence.
Pull
I don't
up.
Give a fuck. Oh, sorry, big.
Yeah, no one heard that.
No one heard that. It's okay. It's all right. They can read. They can read lips. Oh,
We missed you, Troy. Even though you were on the show for the past 2
Yeah,
weeks,
y'all
you
got-
actually never left.
Yeah, you never left.
You did grow taller and you did get older and you lost your red hair, but
thank you.
it's nice seeing you again this week.
Thank you. I had red hair.
You did have red hair. It was beautiful.
Great seeing you tonight.
Y'all had. Thank you, man. It's good to be back. It's yeah. How was your Christmases and
Amazing.
Kwanzas and stuff?
Amazing. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to IRL Alpha tonight as well.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
If y'all are watching
looking
this
forward to
right
it.
now, you need to tune in for the IRL Alpha live stream at 7 p.m. It is a dank panel today.
Yeah.
2 hours. 2 hours from now.
It's gonna be great. Founders, fucking Bitcoin booze. This guy is killing it. Quadrillion and beyond. These notes, the Ordinals, we just dropped those galactic passes. We don't really talk that much except make funny jokes on the timeline. But we just got a lot of new, we can't talk about it, what kind of buyers that we got, but I'm really excited. And we got the founder of Forgotten Runes with the shadow hats on Bitcoin.
Shadow hats!
We coming to Ordinals, baby!
The dude that got me into Ordinals right in this very room a year ago.
And one last thing as well. We're going to give away one Ordinal tonight for the first time.
Oh,
right?
fuck.
How you can get this free Ordinal is you have to retweet this space and comment. And then you also have to retweet IRL Alpha's space and comment.
What's the Ordinal?
And we'll choose one. It's going to be Casey Rodimer's CCO project.
Hey,
Artnet.
what?
Ooh,
Wait,
okay.
so it's Casey Rodemer's
CC0.
CC0 ArtNet project.
Yep.
one ordinal from that collection.
Correct, yeah.
If you retweet 2 links.
Spaces, yeah, 2 links, 2 live links.
The one from BitGod's that's live right now. And
the one at 7 p.m. PST later tonight.
From
IRL
Alpha. IRL
That's what it's called, yes.
IRL_Alpha.
Yep.
By the again, just to reiterate, I will out kung fu, out comedy,
And
out dance
outdo.
anybody live online. Who do we have next? When's the next show? Next show is next Thursday, 4 p.m. PST, 7 p.m.
Same
Eastern.
time as always.
With can we announce? Bunzy, who just doxed legendary Bunzy, who just doxed himself in Miami for the first time for the world to see.
Yo, Shizzy said you got to step your game up. All right, I'll give away a free battalion soldier
and,
too.
yeah.
I'm not joking. How do you get one? The same process as today.
Have a good night.
Take care.
Bye, peace.
Ordinals Are
Finally
Dead.
won!